Hello, all the wonderful souls out there. This is Alexandra speaking. I hope you are well. Today I'm going to make a hero's journey spread. The concept by Xiaorong, I think. I know this concept through Magdalena, Wolf of Coins. Thank you very much, Magdalena, for sharing this with all your viewers. I absolutely love this spread. I know Magdalena knows it from Mnomqua blog, and there I can see that the copyright belongs to Xiaorong. So this is the original author of this spread. I use it also for individual work, but this autumn, I want to make 4 spreads for 4 elements. We are all the mixture of elements, so I think many of you will find traces and pieces of your journey in all the spreads, all the elements. But of course you can choose one that suits you best. These stories are really, really interesting, so I hope you're gonna enjoy. So there's gonna be 4 spreads, one for air. I will start with air because we are in Libra season. Then I will commence with water, then fire, and finally earth. This is a limited time spread, I think, although I believe that whenever you watch the spread, it's good for you if it resonates. But generally I wanted it to be for next few months, let's say 3 months. Let's say it's for autumn and perhaps also midwinter season. But not longer, definitely not longer. And not shorter. I don't think it's a short time reading. I think it's for a few months. All right. So choose your element or choose all elements you want, and let's begin. Hello, all the beautiful souls out there. This is Alexandra speaking. I hope you are well. I'm here to make a reading for water element, hero's journey for water element. I think the time is right because the moon is approaching Neptune in Pisces, which makes this day very, very dreamy and fluid from the very morning. This is the current situation when I'm recording this Thursday evening here where I live. Also, we have Mercury and Venus in Scorpio, and lunar node is in Cancer, so water element is very present and very strong today. So let's start. I'm going to use the Fountain Tarot because it's the most watery tarot deck that I have. Let us see. Who is the hero? How do you start your journey? Who are you at the beginning of the journey? That's the first question. Who are you at the beginning of the journey? The second card is going to tell us what's the quest. What is the quest? So, what is the conscious purpose of your journey as you started? What's the conscious purpose? Sorry for the noises. Dogs everywhere. Now, number 3, refusal of the call. So the reason why you are afraid to seek out what you desire, or what are you afraid of while seeking what you desire? What holds you? The fourth card is from Angels and Ancestors deck, and it is the guide on your journey. Who or what will guide you on your journey? It's this card. The fifth position is about the road of trials. These are the lessons for you to learn, or what do you need to go through? Here we have one card. This is the darker period of the reading. The sixth position is the dragon, your greatest obstacle to overcome. What's the greatest obstacle to overcome? To water element, to the hero of the water element. Number 7 is death. What do you need to leave behind? What you have to leave behind on your journey? What needs to be left behind? All right. Number 8, new knowledge. What new wisdom and power you will obtain on your journey? What new wisdom and power will you obtain on your journey? So what is the new knowledge gained? The 9, number 9 is the Boon. What you will take back with you to share with others. What's this thing or this thought or whatever it is that you take back with you and you can share it with others? What kind of precious thing is that? And the last card finally is the hero returned. Who do you come back as from the journey? So who are you at the end of the journey? Who's coming back from the journey? Huh. I saw it. All right, but let's start from the very beginning. I always find this reading very exciting. I love it, really. Because journey is something exciting, I think. Who do you start as? The Fountain. Wow, that's great. That's a very special card because it only happens in this deck. No other deck has it. So I'm going to read it to you. As far as I can remember, it's about being one with the universe. That's at least what how I feel it. It's like a rift, you see, a rift in time space. Let me get more light here. Rift in time space, and the light just rips through this rift. And it's about being. This card says be. The fountain exists outside and beyond the cycles of birth, death, time, and form. It is the nameless, changeless source of which everything is a part. It is the waking from the dream of separateness and identity and the recognition of one's self as not only connected to all things, but all things. Divine nature. So the meaning is oneness, a moment of cosmic clarity, being fully awake, the end of seeking, enlightened being, surrender to that which you are, whole and perfect. Beautiful point of entrance to the journey. So it's like you're descending. I can't imagine what can be gained during your journey, but definitely there is something to be gained. Perhaps this notion of duality even. Let us see. Beautiful point of entrance, point of entry. Number 2. Yeah, what's the purpose here? What's the conscious purpose? 3 of Cups, to enjoy. Wow, yeah. So it's like being in this blissful state that is almost beyond comprehension, at least for me, although I know the state. I had this privilege to feel oneness in my life, to feel kind of nirvana in my life several times. I'm not possessing it. I don't think anyone can possess it for all time, but still, once you experience it, it just stays with you on some level. So here you kind of enter your emotions, your spirituality, and you enter your body, because you are embodiment of energy, to experience friendship, being with others, and joy that comes from being together with other people and sharing what's the most beautiful thing in emotions. So, very interesting purpose, to enjoy, perhaps to make friendships with people, perhaps to create communities also, to invite more people into this oneness that you have already experienced. Beautiful energy. Let's see, what's the refusal of the call? So, why you are afraid to seek what you desire? Two of Pentacles. It's staying in a status quo, in the situation that you already have, in whatever you already experienced. It's also being caught in this everlasting cycle between things you have to do and that are urgent, and leisure time when you don't have to do anything. Sometimes our lives are very limited to those two areas. Of course, life is very much about other areas, but sometimes we are just entrapped in this situation. So you may be afraid that when you move, when you start your journey, those things you are juggling, those things you are having in the air will just drop, and no one will take care of these things because you are the only person who does it. It doesn't have to be this way, of course. It may be a perception, it may be an illusion, but that's the fear here, that something will not be taken care of. That's how I feel it. Who is your guide? Druid. And it says, hold the space, let us see. Druid. He doesn't appear very often, I have to say. So I can't even remember what's the extended message here. Hold things together. Don't make any sudden moves or changes. Stand strong, knowing you are where you are supposed to be. When the Druid card appears in the reading, you are being guided to dig deep within and hold your station. If you're wondering what to do next or have a sense of anxiety about what is unfolding in your life, it's time to shift your perceptions and move back to a state of trust. Don't change your plans or do anything drastic. Just trust in the process and let everything happen as it needs to before taking any more steps. Think of a tree. It has strong roots, yet continues to grow and bear fruit. Your life will be a reflection of this. So it's master of patience. It's as it says, like a tree. You don't have to move in order to grow. Perhaps you don't need to make sudden changes. I think that's addressing the fear that appeared here, that everything will drop, that nothing will be taken care of if you decide to enter the situation of joy and creating community. But the Druid teaches you that it doesn't have to be drastic. It doesn't have to mean cutting the cords with everything you've done before, with everything that you are. It doesn't have to be a sudden shift. It can be developed slowly and without moving. Road of Trials. So the lessons that we need to learn in a water element journey. 10 of Swords. That's interesting. So ending some dysfunctional, perhaps toxic way of thinking or pattern of thinking. Ten of Swords very often indicates that there are things in our mind that left alone, left unleashed, just do us harm. Perhaps not only to us, but especially to us, because this is a reading for you. So you're doing something to yourself here. You need to go, well, it seems that on this journey you need to go to some kind of extremes in thinking, because only this extreme situation will show you what's really dysfunctional in the way you think, in the way your mind processes. And you need to go through this. You need to go through some painful ending, especially in the area of mind and thoughts and ideas. Something needs to end here. Okay? Now the dragon, your greatest obstacle to overcome on the journey. King of Wands, wow. Very often King of Wands is a person of authority, very active and proactive, entrepreneur, the one who leads, so a leader. I don't know why, but I thought about authoritarian kind of a person, because authority doesn't have to be authoritarian, right? But here it's like someone dangerous in authority, someone who leads without taking a step back, without looking at the other side of things. Someone very charismatic. So there may be someone misleading you, for example, someone who is very convincing, but you need to stay loyal to your truth, not to the truths of this person. Of course, this is one interpretation, but it can be also about you and this facet of your personality that King of Wands represents. It may be, for example, the need to do something by yourself. This may be the dragon, especially that you're starting this journey with Three of Cups in the mind. So with this need to create community. But to create community, we need to treat each other in a equal way. We need to see others as equals. We need to be full of respect to others. Whilst King of Wands very often is a leader, as I said. Someone who knows better. Someone who speaks to people rather than listens to them. So you may encounter this type of person, or you may encounter this type of personality within you. It may be your trait. Okay? So this leadership and being very strong and aggressive and active is the greatest obstacle here. Now death. What do you need to leave behind? Seven of Cups. Too many things on your plate, too many decisions to be made, too many choices, too many things to choose from. Something needs to be decided and chosen. We only have two hands. Always when I see Seven of Cups, I imagine that if we were octopuses, how do you say it? Octopuses, octopia, I don't know. But those wonderful, intelligent underwater creatures that possess many limbs, That would be great to be that creature. We could take a hold of everything, right? But as we are mammals with only 2 hands, we can grab 2 of them at most, rather not more. So the greatest you need, what do you need to leave behind is having too many options. Perhaps daydreaming, because this is very often about not being able to really focus on what's mundane, on what's here on this earth, because we are so many, we have so many plans. We are such dreamers. So many wonderful ideas. Flying cities on clouds. But this is not real. This is illusion. So there is disillusionment during this journey about what you can achieve on an emotional level, because we are still in the area of cups. As here, perhaps what you can achieve by yourself, and what are the limits of working together, because collaboration also has its limits. So there's a need to go down to the earth, to ground yourself, to ask yourself, can I count on this? Can I really do this? How much of this I can hold? This daydreaming is something you need to leave behind. What's the new knowledge, new wisdom, new power that you obtain? Wow, 10 of coins. So there is gain here. But with 10, well, usually people associate this card with wealth. Sometimes something you get from people older than you when you die. Heritage, all kinds of things like that. But for me, this is mostly the card of system, and it makes great sense. If you ascend the journey, if you start your journey with building friendships and creating community in your heart, then what you gain is what the community can produce. Perhaps the greatest thing, the greatest idea behind community is the system in which everybody is supported. That's the wisdom we gain by working together. That, of course, we have to give up some things. For example, our personality, our leadership, but we gain something instead, right? There is a lot to be gained here. That the supportive system of interconnected people and ideas and hearts. There's so much more in 10 of coins than only material gain. There's trust. Yes, mostly this is trust. So the new knowledge is about whom you can trust and about the power of many people connected, doing one thing, working for one idea. So it's about being in society, I think, this reading. And how much can you acquire by yourself, and how much can you gain by working with others? Let's see what's the boon, what you will take back with you to share with others. 9 of Wands. I think it's resilience, being determined to do things, and also being ready to work a lot and on a high level. 9 of Wands is not only, well, it is also about being loyal, so it may be loyalty not only your loyalty, it can be loyalty of people you meet by the way, on your way. But this card is also the accumulation of fire element. So this is about being very creative and efficient in whatever you're doing. And you may be tired, but here you know you can throw all your energy into something because you are not alone anymore. Because things won't drop on the ground, because someone will replace, well, not replace you, but someone will take your place if you're tired. You can go to sleep. Someone will take care of things that are important to you and your community. So the gift of loyalty and trust is gained here. And finally, who do you come back as from the journey? Also a beautiful card, Star Ancestor. So there is something multi-generational in this reading. It can be about important things you do today for those who come after you, for your children, for your grandchildren. We live in crucial times for the future of our planet. And you may be the one who will be remembered by many because of the things you do now. Follow the voice of your soul, this card says. I'm going to read it to you. Star Ancestor, where are you? Stargazer, Star Ancestor. Heed the messages coming directly from your soul. So you have this connection with those who were here before you, but I think it also goes down to you. You become Star Ancestor. There is a deeper purpose to your human journey. Not only you were born on purpose, you were born for a purpose. You were born to be a bright light in the world. And there are supporters out there in the universe sending waves of energy to guide you at this time. Information and inspiration that has been coming your way recently is not new information, but memories. Your feelings of being drawn in a particular direction are the awakening of an aspect of your soul. You are being drawn towards a road that will not only light you up, but also help you light up your corner of the world. Continue following the cosmic guidance that is coming your way. And be aware that not only you are following a cosmic guidance, but you also create it for future generations. I think that whatever happens here, the journey that is shown here, shows us that communities we create are not only temporal, are not only limited to our time space, but they are reaching far, far more out, beyond and after our lifespan. The community we create goes through ages. Well, it may go. It's important what we leave now. It's important what we build upon. One scientist said, beautiful sentence once, that I gained so much because I was standing on the shoulders of giants. You already stand on shoulders of giants, but moreover, you can become another giant, and someone will stand on your shoulders to achieve even more. Very inspiring reading for water element. I'm very happy that it unfolded this way. I wish you to enjoy it and to live it with all your heart. Thank you very much for your time and attention, and see you in a reading for fire element very soon. Bye bye.